So now that we learned some facts about polar bears, we're going to draw a polar bear cub, which is a baby polar bear. Just like we've been drawing all the other things you've done this year, and you've done such a good job, we start with the basic shapes. So you see that shape. It's like an oval or a circle. The nose is like an oval or a circle. The eyes, the ears are semicircles. Look where they are at the side of the head. Look how small the eyes are and how black the nose is, and the little mouth under. Then when we're done drawing it, we're going to put some texture, which you might remember is the way something feels. So artists draw lines and sometimes shadows to show if something looks soft or rough or bumpy. So let's start. First, you can hold your paper either horizontally or vertically, but I'm holding it horizontally. The first thing to do is just make snow. So you just start a little up from the bottom. It does not matter how high, as long as you don't do it all the way at the top. And just make a line and let it be wobbly, let it go down or up. It doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of snow. The next thing is to draw the cub's head, the polar bear's head. And we want to make it kind of big because it's a close-up. So just take your finger and just practice how big it's going to be, because is it going to be that big? No. Try to make it as big as you can. It can be, as I said, an oval or a circle. So if it comes out like that, that's perfectly good. Or, here's the snowbank. If it comes out like that, perfectly good, okay? So I'll just go back to this one. Next, let's do the ears. Do you remember they're not sticking up straight off the top of his head, especially with a cub? They look so cute and round, and they're near the side. So you want them near the top, but not on the very top. So just make one. Just point to where you want it and make a semicircle like you're going to make a circle, but it's attached to the head. If you made a whole circle, you would just erase right there, okay? And then go across with your finger, and at about the same place, it's okay if it's not perfect, make another semicircle. Now it's darker, they're darker on the inside. And it's fur. Remember we talked about texture? We'll come back to that later. I want you to work on that by yourself because there's a lot more texture to do. But I just wanted to show you, making these lines makes it look darker where the ears go in and there's a shadow. You see? So the lines also make it look more like fur, and we'll do that later. When the video's over, you'll put more, okay? So next, if we look at where the nose is, it's really pretty much near the bottom. So remember, he's looking over a snowbank, which means just a big pile of snow. And where's his body? Where's his body? So just take a line and go from the bottom of the head on both sides, and the rest of his body is hidden by the snow, right? Now, down near the bottom, we're going to make an oval for the nose. Sometimes people, artists, kids, and adults make another circle first. I bet you have seen that on teddy bears. And you can do that first if it helps you. But what we really need is the nose, like an oval, near the bottom. A little line coming out, straight down, and a curve like a little smile, okay? Now the eyes. They're pretty low and they're pretty small. See? It's kind of like a diagonal to the ear, like if you went like that and that, that and that. you could practice that before you do the eyes, but you can also just see they're on either side of the nose. Not really high up either, and they're going to be black inside, so don't do that now, but I'm just trying to make them the same size. And that's it. That is really it. So what you're going to do when the video's over is show more texture. So you're going to draw some lines, and polar bears look white, so we don't want too many lines. Just like we wanted a lot of lines here to make it look dark, we don't want too many lines on the part that looks white, especially here because it sticks out and it looks lighter with the light shining on something. Remember we talked about that? We talked about that before, and you did a great job. So if his snout is sticking out and the light is shining on it more, it's going to be whiter. So I might not even put any lines on that part, but I'll put it on the put them on the body, put them sticking out here, put them on the ears. Take your time when you do this part, okay? Now what are we going to do for color? Polar bears are white, right? So for color, you can color the sky, and you can put shadows on the snow. You can use the side of your pencil if you want to. You don't have to if you feel like it's a little hard to do. But you can put like little parts here and there, and that would mean the snow's going in. It's not a perfectly flat slab of snow like as if it was a wall. It's snow that falls, and when you go out in the snow, you see how there are shadows on the snow, and then you can color the sky. I love, as you know, to use crayons. You can use a color like purple if you want it to look like a sunset, or you can just use blue or mix both like we have been doing. We've been mixing a lot of colors, right? I like the purple and the blue. So on the side of the crayon, when you're doing a background and we don't want it to be too dark, especially when we're mixing, use the side of the crayon. So now I can do a little blue and a little purple, even pink. The sky is what you want it. I'm not trying to tell you to make it like a real sky that would be where the polar bear lives. This is all up to you. And if you want to make it look like it's snowing, you can take your pencil, and if an easy snowflake, I'll do it really big so you can see, is a letter T and then cross through the middle again. So it's like a letter X, you could say that too, cross through the middle again. You could even make little lines coming out, and that kind of looks like a snowflake. So you can color the sky first, and then you can put snowflakes if you want to. But please take your time, side of the crayon, to give it a little color here, okay? And then you'll have your beautiful, cute little polar bear. Oh, what color was the nose? Do you remember? Yes, black. And the eyes. I almost forgot to tell you to color them in. So you're going to color them in now when you're ready, okay? I don't expect you to keep up with the whole thing. You could even use the black crayon, which I think is a good idea, to make some more fuzzy lines, especially around the end and in the ears. So see if you have a black crayon. And if you don't, you could use a black colored pencil or a black marker, okay? Because you have to use whatever we have, don't you? Yes, you do. And if you can't really see the polar bear that much, then you want to put a few more fur lines around the edge. Okay, let's see if anyone has a question.